representation across the whole nation. I have seen here Mr. Gakumba Moses. This is that good luck from Chiriandongo. Thank you so much for coming, sir, and thank you so much for having our school. I've also seen Mrs. Mbavazi Winfred. This is Mami Paloma. She still has other children that are here. I've seen her around. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for having our school. I've seen Mami Lithias. Now this one, I'm going to mention this. The accounts told me that this person, this parent, Mami Lithias, where are you? Kindly stand up. Pays school fees for the whole year. That one. She pays for the whole year at once. She doesn't know if it's now second time. No. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much, Mami Lithias. And Flobbeto appreciates you. Now, my Lord Bishop, we're going to have just a little bit of adjustment in our program because the friend of the school, the head of security in this area, the representative of the president in the area, has a tight schedule and he wants to go somewhere. So I'd like to request that he comes, makes his remarks, and then he continues with his journey. Mr. Badru Mugabi, RCC, Hoima City. Can we clap him as he comes? That clap is not enough for a big man. Represent the president. Thank you so much, MC. My Lord, the Bishop, and the entire clergy, the directors of this very valuable school to our city and the entire region, management led by the head, Dominic, and the entire management, our distinguished parents, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I want to apologize to my Lord and everyone here for my late coming, but I'll justify it because today Hoima City is hosting the rest of the country to conduct the very last election of the National Female Youth Member of Parliament. So all districts and cities in this country represented by the young people are in Hoima, and the polling station is at Hoima City Stadium. So it's a tough job. Some of you are used to these campaigns of cities and districts, but the national one is not a normal one, so we are all there. So I had to first organize that side, then after excuse myself out to come and also accord the respect this function, this auspicious function deserves. For those of you seeing me for the first time, my name is Badru Mugabi. I'm the resident city commissioner for Hoima City, and then also a parent in the school. I'm honored to be here on another special day when we are thanking God for the great things He does to not only Flobbeto but also his side, because they continue and consistently lead in excellence and performance. As Hoima City, Flobbeto has consistently contributed the highest number of first grades for very, very many years, and therefore automatically contributing to the general performance in terms of excellence of the city. So we are quite an important partner and stakeholder in capacity building our young Ugandans. I always talk about this quote by Sir Winston Churchill, and I think the last time I was here I echoed on it, when he said that the prosperity of this Eden nation is not hinged on its core, on its endowments like natural resources, but rather dependent on the core competencies of its citizens. So, once we build
the solid foundation of our young ones, then the sky is the limit for any nation. I can attest to that because at least my children have gone through this school and their performance is unrivaled, and the confidence instilled in them right here is always good, and it's a testament that this school has built strong citizens and great leaders of tomorrow. So we really want to thank you and congratulate you. My message to the parents is, if you want a brighter future for your child, you have to look for a very good school. A good school with a good foundation that will build that strong leader and citizen. And we are blessed as a city and the region to have Flobbeto, so you cannot look any further than this school. But also to the learners, this infrastructure is not just rosy, it's an opportunity for you to get good education. You know how competitive it is to be admitted here. And once you pass through the litmus and an opportunity hits you to be here, then you should take it serious, embrace it, read hard, perform, and then get a grade. Then the future will be simpler. I'll give you a small story where now they are old men. One of them, at the time of going to school, many years ago, there were no boarding schools, especially for primary. So one of the children in primary said that it was hell going through that Maram road with those stones. Some of you may not know these things, walking on bare feet going to school. But people who are 40 years and above can tell you it was very normal then. So one of those old men today used to hate going to school because stepping on those stones in the morning when it's cold was hell, and it was hurting the feet. So he decided to drop out and make quick money. The quick money he made was fetching water and doing odd jobs, and it was really giving him a lot of money at that age. So he was like, so I decided to make money, and I nailed it. But as time went on, there came these wheelbarrow pushers and other laborers. So his services became obsolete because he could not test to time. And now he started wishing he was like those other ones. So ibitabu zisakuchwa buli muto haukwa bingi kyonka when reaping comes kandi ibitabu nibigobeza okwe muri mu bano bila mukalamu. We use the load is the pen. But to those who didn't go to school, the load is always on the head. So if you want to save your head and your back, you need to invest in learning when you still have the time, when your parents can still afford to pay fees in such a beautiful school. And to our dear parents and the adults, I want to congratulate you upon successfully going through the elections, and I want to thank you for overwhelmingly voting His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda. Thank you very much. The President sailed through very, very well in the country. Now my message is, we have finished the politicking time, apart from the one that is concluding today. Now next is working. We need, there has been a lot of free money moving about. People giving ikinaga kirubazo, people giving drinks, this and that. So there have been a lot of freebies down there. Now the freebies have ended, the tap has closed. Let's go back to work. Let's embrace government programs. The hatred, the political hatred and rivalry has ended. Now we need to heal. Go past the post-election, the trivia is over. Let's become one to grow our country, to embrace government programs, and such that we get money, because life is good. Even to bring children here to Flobbeto, you need to have money. either on the bank account or in the wallet. And it cannot come from nowhere, you have to work for it. So let's go and work, let's leave the political camps, let's leave the hatred, the hatchets, let's bury them, and we get back to work. Such that we grow this country from the middle income, from the peasantry economy to an industrialized middle income economy, which is a dream of the NRM government and His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. As I conclude, I pledged to make a contribution to this school in terms of security. And as the head of security in the city, my promise is still alive, because we have so many Ugandans here and we have a huge investment that the duty to protect people and property is hinged on government, because we're the primary duty bearers. But we have been making strides to have land, to bring a divisional police headquarters in Kibingo, such that will boost the security here. But we are hitting a dead end. Thank you, Murinyoro. Obujunanizo bwa gavumenti buli kulinda abantu n'ebintu byabo. Kandi ekimu habintu ebyamaanyi bino bitulina mukulu side eno, ekisomero eno n'abeegi. Okuba obujunanizo bwa gavumenti kulinda abantu n'ebintu. Tutanga mu kalitango okuseera ettaka ly'okubombeka poliisi ya Hoima West Division. Hoima West Division ina DPC, ina babosi, ina bakibantu bayi, it's a very big team. Kyonka bayikara kuli kasingo kandi abantu bali batiito. Tuserwira ettaka ly'okugula kitugwene lyabusa baliraba. Tutegeeza tusabe byaki kitugwenda byabusa, but if olaba hali omusamaliyo mulungi, it is still welcome. But we are looking for land about a minimum of 100 by 100, and it should be centrally located, high in Muhanda, where the community can reach out. If you have a house, still we can buy it as government. Niko tulete security Kibingo, niko ebyokwerinda byeyongere mu Kibingo, hakwa etawuni ekukura. I wanted to make it public, ensure there are residents here, and also the administrations, most of the teachers form. So if you have that opportunity, please give it to government. We need to continue protecting this area, protecting this school, and strategically having our presence in Kibingo such that we boost the security of this school and the entire Hoima West Division. Nimalira, my Lord, it's not my practice to dash in and out of the function, but like I told you, we have elections. We have all powers that be in Hoima as I speak to you right now. And I'm the head of the security of the area. So that election, as volatile as it is, my absence is already felt. So you will allow me to take leave immediately after my address. But I want to promise Mr. Dominic, I'll join you in the after party to make up for the time I've not been here. I say this all for God and my country. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mr. Badru Mugabe, and of course I said Kongs area as you arrived. I also want to remind you, I know you are aware, that 5 years the president was trounced in Ruuka. This time around, he won. So we did well, eh? Don't forget about that, especially as you're coming for after party. Your man did well in my area, so we are doing well. Let's appreciate Mr. Mugabe once again. And the last time he was here, he described Flobbeto as a temple of excellence. And yes, indeed, you can see it is a temple of excellence. My Lord Bishop, I'd like us to continue our program. That has been the friend of the school, Mr. Mugabe Badru. But before I do that, I'd like to recognize the arrival and presence of our boss, the city education officer, Hoima City, Mr. Johnson Kusima Bayingana. Thank you so much for joining us. He is our boss in education in the city. He did not move alone. I see the inspector of schools, Miss Nyamahungi Caroline is around as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Those are all our bosses. I see Mr. Haruna, the sports officer for Hoima City. He's also around. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. So Flobbeto is inclusive, and you can see the testament we have. The presence of these big guns of education is enough testament to you, dear parent, that your child is in the right hands. And I would like us to have, like I told you, are you ready? Okay. So the parents representative is also our friend. He's a Rotarian, he's a good man, he's a gentleman, he's a husband. Wow. The support of this school. Mr. Mugano Felix. Please come along and make your submission. Mr. Mugano Felix. Let's put our hands together. He's the father of the young boy that spoke a lot of English here. But don't compare. Mr. Mugano Felix with Madam. And that clap. You see, if clapping was money, you guys would be very poor.
Thank you, the Director of Program, my Lord Bishop and good friend, the Right Reverend Jacob Ateireho Amoti, the Dean, and all the members of the clergy that have accompanied the Bishop, the resident City Commissioner who has just left, the City, my colleagues, the City Education Officer, Mr. Johnson Baingana, the City Inspector of Schools, Madam Caroline Nyamahunge, and the City Sports Officer, Mr. Haruna Mulinde, the Director, Flobbeto, Madam Jennifer Atwine, the Head Teacher, Flobbeto, and fellow Rotarians, Sir Dominic, the Principal, Hillside Schools, the Board of Flobbeto, including Mr. Kija there, actually his wife, Mrs. Kija, taught me in P5. The Charter President of Rotary Club of Hoima, Mr. John Kiwero, Rotarian John Kiwero. As a Rotarian, I cannot fail to recognize you. The Chairman, LOC1, fellow parents, our former candidates, all invited distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The master of programs here tried to intimidate me, but I've really come here to exhibit simple science, and that is the transfer of genes from the father to son. My name, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Mugano Felix Fortunate Amoti. I'm a Mdwaro by clan. I'm a farmer, but also a career civil servant. I work with Hoima City Council and I'm the Principal Health Officer. And I head the Public Health section. Besides me is my wife, Casemiro Doreen Atwoki, and by coincidence we happen to be working in the same organization. She also works with Hoima City Council, specifically giving Hoima West Division, and she's the clerk assistant in charge of Giving Award, which is, we are part of her area of jurisdiction, and she's also the acting assistant clerk to council for Hoima City. So thank you for accompanying me here. after introducing myself, on behalf of the parents of our former candidates for Flobbeto P7 2025, and on my own behalf, first of all, I wish to congratulate our former candidates for having given us the very good results for last year, 2025. Thank you, our candidates. You're no longer candidates, former candidates. Today is a day for Thanksgiving. Therefore, we are going to do only the thanking. I thank the Almighty God for having given us this wonderful performance. With Flobbeto, we know that is always the expected. So we really thank God Almighty for having given us this wonderful success. We also want to thank the director, Madam Jennifer Twin, for all the support, for all giving all that is required in order to make our learners get all that they need in order to get the very good results that we got. I also wish to thank the management, the staff and management headed by fellow Rotarian, Sir Dominic Kariargoko, plus the entire staff. By the way, as a parent, I have a very long history with this place because I am a pioneer parent. Way back in 2014, I had a girl here by the names of Ahura Diana Fortunate, and she recently completed her senior 6 at St. Andrea, and I'm expecting very good results, based by what the performance she has been showing. And the foundations were Flobbeto. And I remember that time, there are still some teachers who are still there. Of course, Dominic, Apollo, his colleague there, is a teacher done around here. There is another, the matron. Is it matron Jane? There are people who have been here for quite a long time, and for all that, for all those many years, I've really been interacting with them, and I've come to learn, to love the school. So we really thank you so much on behalf of the parents. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. The teachers, thank you very much, right from the nursery section, which is headed by Madam Ruth. My kids have gone through your hands. I also have another boy who is now in P7, and for us the struggle still continues, the hustling continues. I have another, the boy is called Felton Francis. I have another girl in P2. Then we also have another one coming to join in the baby class, Favor. And I hope, I think we'll stop there. Are we going to go through? So for us, we call ourselves, I'm Daddy F and she's Mom F because we like Fs. Fortunate, Fortune, Felton, Felicity, Favor. And they are all going to go through Flobbeto, another F. So for me with Flobbeto, it's like in the Bible, was it Joshua? When he said that, as for me and my family, we shall follow God. So as far as schooling is concerned for our children, for me and my family, we shall always bring our children to Flobbeto, because we have seen the good, we have seen the fruits of this school here. I wish also to thank, to appreciate fellow parents. Parents, thank you. Thank you for the hustling. Thank you for the fees, providing the logistics, and giving the encouragement to our pupils. Thank you so much, and I request that you continue with that spirit of supporting our children when they are in secondary. So I really thank you for that. For the pupils, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful results. Thank you for working hard, putting in, doing all your best to put in order to produce this result. So we request that you should not stop here. In secondary school, this is a new stage which you're going to start, and we hope that you're going to continue with these good results. Particularly, I can't fail to thank my son, Fortune. Thank you for working hard alongside with your fellow pupils. And as parents, thank you for making us proud, for exhibiting this good skills, or the good skill of public speaking. You know, when I was still in O-level, I studied at St. John Bosco Seminary. The first time we used to read, take readings. The first time I took a reading, management decided that whenever I would be reading Mass, and the Mass is in English, it was always me to take the English readings and the longer ones. So for me to see that this skill has been transferred to my son Fortune, I'm really grateful. I'm grateful to God, and thank you to my son for bringing out that skill. Though really I can't say that I'm in your level is another one. Thank you so much. So with those many words, I really wish everyone a good journey masses after here. I wish our parents to secure, of course, either through admission or selection, good schools for our pupils. And as a public health specialist, I can't fail to mention this because we have to talk about this. The world is changing. So many practices and behaviors are coming up. Brought from the Wazungus. They are coming up in our schools, even in these first world schools. We should take the details of these issues, sit with our children and talk to them. Because they are there, and simply look at the certain things which we used to be talking about. We will have to talk about them. Drugs, homosexuality kind of activities, Christianity, they are there. They are popping up. And there are some foreign forces even putting in money. We really have to fight these vices. Because not only public health costs, but even spiritually, they are not right. So our parents and the pupils, students, should be on the lookout. With all these many ones, I wish you success. I wish our former candidates success. I wish you God's blessings so that you can work, get more money so as to support our children and those other children who come after this one. I say all this for God and my country, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mugana Felix. There's a saying that the apple does not fall far from the tree. And yes, indeed, Fortune, you did not fall far from him. The English you spoke, I now see the Genesis. Thank you so much, Mr. Mugana Felix, the Prince representative. My Lord Bishop, in school we don't only do the writing and talking, we also exhibit talent. That's why, after 30 seconds, I'll bring here a group of guys to showcase what talent can do. But if I do that, I'd like to appreciate Kaka, who says much of it. Stella, now, I'm happy. I've already seen your son, Daddy Martin, Daddy Morris, Daddy Tiffany, but today you have come. Kindly stand up, we clap for you. Thank you so much for producing for us a very wonderful parent in Daddy Morris, Daddy Martin, and Daddy Tiffany. Thank you so much. So, Christine, wait a minute.